Baby, my dude. Yeah, right? No fuck.
I spilled the soda in Felicia's car, and then my purse tilted, and the pipe came rolling out in the floorboard, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm a hot mess today.
Oh.
It's like, thank God that didn't happen at work.
I know, right?
Pipe go flying, rolling out. I'm like, good thing it's legal, right?
Shit.
I wasn't using it. It's just an apparatus.
Here.
Did not realize it was still in my purse.
Here, cutie pie.
Not bad. No, we're not allowed to lose jobs at the same time.
No.
No, one of us has to be
You need to go up in that company.
In order for the other one to fuck up.
Be smart and get that job as administrative assistant. Apply for it.
I'm going to.
Did you got your medical yet?
No, I gotta sit down and do that. I have till March, so I just need to sit down and do it.
Okay.
I just need to be able to invest the time to actually sit and pay attention to what I'm doing with it. So I'll probably do it this weekend, so I have a little time, because then we're not.
You know what?
Hang out.
You know what I was thinking? There's a fucking Dell in Roseburg. And I have that Dell database still. I could go down there and be like, hey, get my degree, go down there and be like, and sell it to them for like 20 grand. Bam. Put a $20,000 price on it.
Yeah,
I could remotely fucking configure the database.
Why don't you see if they have a at-home position that they have available for them?
Yeah.
Maybe look into companies to see if they have an at-home tech support.
That'd be cool.
Because there's some people, like even Assurant
I could,
has tech support from home.
Do my schooling and music.
And work while you're at home.
And work, yeah. I wouldn't have to have a commute.
Nope. There's even Assurant has tech support that work from home. To help the reps. Why don't you look into the companies and the
Convergence does that too.
Yeah, look into companies that do at-home tech support.
Mm-hmm.
And then see if you can get a job doing that, because then you can get a headset, and they'll probably give you a laptop for work.
That'd be sick.
You just use it for at work only. But you have 2 extra bedrooms. We're gonna clean those and convert one into an office.
You know, eventually I'm gonna get me an electronic drum set so I can play in here and isolate all the guitars and drums.
That's going in its own room.
Yeah, isolate the drums and the guitars in a headphone system where I can play the guitar and it's in your head.
Yeah.
Not amplified.
Yeah, we just don't have the space in our bedroom. What do you think?
No, there would be a space for in another room. That'd be in another room.
Yeah, we need to clean those blankets and put them somewhere. They're pushing the cage into the doorway.
She is the one that's pushing it.
Yeah, but that is helping it.
I understand.
Wedging itself in there.
Okay.
You don't have to do it right now. And I can do it too. It's just that we need to clean those if we're going to clean them. And either put them away. That's why I can't wait till... I'm going to talk to my sister too. I'm going to make some time to hang out with her and talk to her. But we're going to get to where we can do something with her shit so that I have room in closets to put things like extra blankets and stuff. Do-do-do-do-do. Charge! Oh!
You want to play some PvP?
Ew!
Oh, so cute, Amanda girl. You're so sweet to me, honey. You're a good woman. Did you read your little note?
Not yet.
Oh, you read it. I'm sorry.
I don't like being pressured to read it.
I know.
Usually
I'm
I do
sorry.
It after I'm relaxed, and then
Don't
I can
worry
sit and
about
enjoy
that.
it.
Don't worry. Put it away.
It takes away from that.
I know, but I just want you to read it.
Did you read it? Will your feedback read it?
No, I don't.
Liar.
I want you to know how I feel.
I know that you love me. Mucho. Mucho. You love me like Callie loves me. You guys fight over me. I have to give you both attention. Whatever will you both do if I ever procreate? No one more person in the mix. Callie's like, I will abandon you for the kid. I could see her being very protective.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the baby.
Fucking smelling it, figuring out what's going on with it.
Well, because with Logan, even though Callie's my dog, you know, she's kind of always been a family dog because I got her while me and Jessica were living together. But when Jessica was pregnant with Logan, she was always checking on my sister. And then after Logan was born, she would check on him all the time. Anytime she walked by,
Buddy cooch.
she'd look in there and she'd check on him all the time if he made a noise or anything.
Oh, sorry.
She's always looking for her baby. She loved him. She still loves him. You get out of that weed.
Get your shit away from the bed. Rose. You got bloody cooch, cow.
We'll have to get you some more toys. Go.
We are now online. Cow.
He did.
Are you sure you want to cook or you want to order something?
I don't like spending all that money.
I don't like spending all that money either.
And it's not as good as what I cook anymore. There's like no comparison. We're better off going to the grocery store and buying good food.
Right.
And having me cook. It's just the effort. Because all it's going to do is make us feel good as the shits. Anything you buy out fast food.
Give me that. Oh, you gave me that, huh? Give me that.
Shortcutted foods. If you don't pay for it in cash, you're going to pay for it in ass. $1 cheeseburgers sit in your stomach for 6 months. It's not real meat. Or partially real.
Right, just chills there.
You know, dude, the McDonald's patties, they don't even go bad, babe. They don't even mold. They'll sit there forever. You can light them up. Well, you can light most meat on fire, but like, they don't burn down the way normal meat would burn down.
Right?
When something does not, I mean, most people who cook, they know about barbecuing. And so when you barbecue and you overcharge the meat, you see how that breaks down chemically. But when you get something that's supposed to be a ground version of that meat, but it doesn't burn down the same way, and it's primarily supposed to be formed of fatty tissue, something ain't right. It's not right. It's just wrong.
It is wrong.
It is wrong.
It is wrong.
And we drink things like Coca-Cola that freaking you can literally clean the rust off your bumper with. It will dissolve.
That's it after it sits, not going through a bodily system.
No, you can literally, babe, on like rust on your bumper, you can take that soda and you can run it over the top of it and then rub it down and it will strip. It'll come out all kinds of shiny. And it will strip all that nasty shit off there.
Yeah.
Like you can use it as a solvent and we drink it.
It'll eat everything if you put it in like ham or whatever. Shit, it'll live for days.
Yeah, it'll decompose.
It's all gone.
Yeah, it'll gelify everything. It'll liquefy and it'll be one scary, gross thing though.
Turn it into a fucking sentient being.
Soda ham
Sentient soup. Sentient soup.
Yuck. So gross. No, can't do it. No. If life wasn't all about like convenience, you know what I mean? Like I probably
Life isn't about convenience.
Well, the American life is because you're constantly working, so and on the go, and when you're not doing that, there's social obligations and family obligations and people obligations. There's always some bullshit that draws you away from a state of rest. But when you're like the way that society's geared and everything right now, you know what I mean? Everywhere you turn, there's advertising. But it's not the chains that I like to go to. I want to go to that hole-in-the-wall dive that's ran by an
It's
80-year-old Italian woman who makes her meatballs from scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who spends 3 days making pasta sauce. Will I pay that extra money for that food?
Mm-hmm.
Hells yes. You know why? Because I'm paying for the love that got put into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know a lot of places up here that do that. But back home, my favorite places to eat are owned by families.
Yeah.
They're like little...
Some of my favorite restaurants are like the hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurants.
Oh, dude.
You know?
When I came up here, and we went
San
to...
Diego, dude.
I'm telling you, the closer you get to Mexico, the better the Mexican food gets.
Fucking verde
For real.
sauce,
the
dude.
The further you get away, the worse it gets.
Texas is good too, though, dude. Street
Right
tacos
next to
are
Mexico.
badass.
The closer you get to Mexico, the better that gets. It gets questionable when you go down that way too, because then, you know, the poorer you get, the more questionable the meat that goes into it gets. But
Well, they're rich in Austin.
well, yeah, but that's in Texas. I'm saying, as far as
California.
or you know, if you're in Mexico, if you're
Yeah.
really poor. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're probably not getting
You're
Angus
fucking
beef.
eating goat.
You're catching what you know.
You're catching
working,
goat.
yeah, you're working
Or
with
dog.
what you got. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and no shame on those people. I get working with what you got. If you take the richest man in the world and you put him in a position of hunger, and you know having to
He'll
choose
do the same
between,
fucking thing.
Exactly. Why? Because you are conditioned not to want to starve yourself unless you have an eating disorder. You have to have it psychologically wrong with you to begin with to not eat.
You'll die.
I mean, you go to a point of starvation, you will eat another person
Yeah.
to survive. Like, we are animals after all. You know, we're sentient beings, but you take away civilization and you'll get a very primal version of a human. You know?
Oh, yeah.
But man, I want those like mom and pops places. All these chains. You spend freaking between $20 and $40 easy at one of those places, and then it doesn't set well with you. If it gets cold before you're done eating, you only won't want to eat it because it doesn't taste the same.
Right.
You know, and you just feel like crap after that. You're like way down. You know, you probably have to go to the bathroom pretty good.
Right.
Like, I feel like I waste money doing that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do. I like pizza, though. Pizza is pretty hard to commercialize and fuck up. Because most of the ingredients that go onto it have to go on raw. You know? Salad places, sandwich places, and stuff like that. Except for the, like, sliced meat, because that shit's probably processed. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why I like Safeway, because they have the fresh deli meat. But even that stuff, if you're not getting it from a local butcher, that's probably super processed. Like, we soaked it in sodium for 2 weeks just to bloat it out so that we could sell more of it and make more money off it, but we're technically giving you less. But you don't know because you don't see that shit. Most of you are not smart enough to figure it out. Optimally, for me, I think that if I could get to a point where I wanted to be, I would own a nice, decent house
Mm-hmm.
and put some solar panels on that shit because I want my
Mhm.
house to pay me to live in its awesomeness
Mhm.
so that I can upgrade it because I'll reward it for that shit. But
Mhm.
on enough land to where I can farm, I want to have plants that benefit me, like herbs, medicinal herbs, you know, things that are good for you, mint, aloe, you know, stuff like that, rosemary.
Yeah, I know
lavender.
I know a lot about that, and about like different teas and herbs you can brew.
And that's why I want to get hibiscus too, because hibiscus.
What's
is really
up?
good.
Welcome to the Sketch Squad, motherfucker.
But I want a house that is my sanctuary, where it's beautiful and aesthetic to look at, but during the seasons, I can gather food from it, so I will never have to worry about being hungry. That's going to save me money. If I have solar panels and I have an eco-friendly home that runs itself, eventually I make enough energy where they pay me to live. And then I can be paid to be awesome.
Right.
What? Right? I like that, though. I like that idea. My natural swimming pool that
Yeah,
to have
what
a
you
bunch
do
of
is you
chemicals
live
in
on
it.
what you do is you live on a grid and you research it. Who is getting paid? money for recycling energy.
Anybody who's excess. So most places, like, you'll get more.
You
if
don't
you
know
live in a
that, though.
place of low energy.
You don't know what it's all on demographic too.
Well, you get discounts with energy companies for it because they distribute that energy somewhere else.
I know.
Because even though, like, California, they actually have an energy debt.
Right.
Because during the summertime, it's so hot over such a long period, like, not a period, that would be a long surface area of the state itself, that people exhaust their cooling systems in their houses.
Right.
Because it's not just 110 for 2 days, it's 110 for 3 weeks.
Right.
You know, and people are old and they're hot, and it's like hot. You know, and so you get so many energy users that California will actually have to buy electricity from other states to fund that. Like, there's some weird things that we had, like, growing up in California that I had to do. Like,
right.
We didn't do any laundry until after 7 p.m. when most of the companies shut down, so that the rate charge was lower, because you're going to pay a lot more during the day when the usage is high, because they're trying to deter people from using as much electricity. But when the electricity goes out, like a rolling blackouts, have you ever been in one of those?
Yeah, I've heard about it and I've seen it happen too. I've been in blackouts
have you ever
before.
Experienced a rolling blackout?
Yeah, I've been in blackouts before.
They're crazy. Like, there was a time I was in sixth grade. In sixth grade, we were out in that weird ass town, Lockford, and there was a rolling blackout from the heat because of all the energy usage. Like, they have an energy crisis. Not only do they have a water crisis, but they have an energy crisis because people move to California for all the glam and the glamour. You know, like, oh, movie stars come from there. They all go there, but they work down in Hollywood. You know, and then they live in other places in California, like Sonora, you know, the really nice places, like up where it's really nice to live, but it's a little more bougie.
Right.
But they have an energy crisis, and so we actually had a rolling blackout, and we were without electricity for hours. It was like all day. Into the evening. I don't even think we had it until the next morning. And it was in the middle of summer, and it was hot as fuck. Like, stick your ass to a leather seat hot.
Right.
Like, you go to lift up, and your butt literally will peel off that shit. It's so fucking hot. If you leave your car out in the sun, and you go out there, everything is like molten lava. You hit one of those friggin' seatbelt clasps. Oh.
Right.
I can't even tell you how many times I've wrapped a t-shirt around one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we had no electricity. And when you live in a highly populated place like that, there's a lot of good people, but there's a lot of broke-ass opportunistic people, too. And so you have a higher chance of crime and shit happening during those time frames. Usually bullshit happens. So you end up staying home. I'm forgetting, like, running around this little, like, country town. But, man, that shit's no fun. No fun at all. It's so hot, too. You're, like, hiding in the shadows. All lights are off. You're living like a little vampire trying to keep your house cold.
Right.
So bad.
I hear you.
I wouldn't mind living out in the mountains, though. It's just in the valley, like, and down towards
I was
the desert
in
where it's like
Kansas City when there was a blackout. I lived in a house
that would be scary,
on
too.
Brooklyn Street, 31st and Brooklyn.
I don't know.
Sketch ass.
I know that Kansas City's pretty, like, patchy from what I hear. Like Chicago, and then I think the other ghettos or
Man,
parts of Georgia.
we walked like
New York.
2 miles to go get weed from the hand.
Mm-hmm.
The hand, just a hand, like fucking hand us weed. We was handing the money, hand us weed.
Yeah.
Call him the hand.
Yeah.
And it was
The hand, right?
go get
The
weed
hand.
from the hand.
You
bro.
know what, though? If nobody knows who the hand belongs to, like, that's really smart of that person, because bullshit cannot find you. It's like the stories of Ulysses when he's with the Cyclops, and the Cyclops asks him who he is, and he says, "I'm nobody." And he ends up blinding him, and they're like, and all of the demigods ask him what happened and who did that to him, and he's like, nobody did this to me. If they don't know who you are, they can't point you out, and you don't go to jail. You do dirt, you get to make a bunch of money doing some shit you shouldn't be doing, and then nobody knows who to point a finger to. But eventually, you fuck up, because that's what happens. I don't know. I've come to the determination that every state has a ghetto. But what that ghetto entails varies from state to state.
Meth.
Well, meth is everywhere. Tweaker birds like to migrate.
No, motherfuckers be fucking.
And they're always
wicked.
awake. So no wonder they're everywhere. Because, I mean, what else are you going to do when you're awake all the time other than adventure? Fuck shit up. Pretty much. You're in a state of altered chemicals. You're just like, oh, squirrel.
Right.
That's a great idea. Let's go do that. 20 minutes later, you're like, that was a bad idea.
Right.
Let's do this idea. That's a bad idea too, but I'm going to do it anyway. Until I figure out it's a bad idea.
You have no, like, foresight.
No foresight at all. So it's literally like being on perpetual impulse. Because when you do something on impulse, you get a random idea and you go with it. And then a lot of the time in hindsight, you're like, yeah, that was a bad idea. And what always precedes that bad idea is the thought, fuck it. Because you know that it's not the right thing to do, but you're like, fuck it, I'm going to try it anyway. Fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Fuck it, they can't tell me what to do. And then when you're done, you're like, you know, I probably should have listened a little bit more. Use a little more foresight. Probably a bad idea. It was a bad idea. I know. Try to some foresight. I mean, I'm guilty of the same shit. That was a bad idea. I've been pretty good here lately. Need to get on my...
Except for what?
Hmm?
Pretty good except for what?
Well, I mean, there's some other things that I think I could have done differently. And then probably prevented myself other situations. But I think I'm pretty good at thinking things out before I do them. So that weighing out my options. And, you know, thinking about where those ripples could potentially lead before I pick my path.
Yeah.
I could think about...
Well, that's why you always just do good, do right. You know, do the right thing.
Like right now with that job position. I was writing out. I'm like, well, right now I'm retention. Some customer loyalty. Which is a great opportunity for me to really hone in my customer service. You know, and like round that out. And I'm in a promoted position. But the main thing with that position is that it allows me the potential to make the money that I'm legally allotted to.
Right.
And then the extra bullshit. And that only comes from positions that you work in where you're doing like the loyalty thing or sales. Mm-hmm. Usually sales jobs are jobs that say, hey, we're going to pay you this, but if you do this, we're going to go behind door number 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we're going to door number 2, door number 3. It's more like a game show. And you get perks, you know, the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I move to the corporate positions, where I'm doing administration, office, you know what I mean, like any type business support, anything like that, then I move to salary pay, which means we will give you
this much a month
this number
or a year,
but you may have to work more hours than you want to, because on call, and we may reward you with a bonus every now and again. That's not guaranteed based on your stuff. It's based on whether we feel you deserve that.
Right.
So the potential, like, you could make more, but it potentially could not be as much as I could make on my own.
Right.
And since I'm just beginning, I don't know, I don't have a scale to weigh that against.
Right.